Hello everyone, this is Ninja Girl Sakura1 here, and it is time to review Yashahime Princess Half Demon episode 19, Princess Aiya's Beniyasha hunting. So yes, right off the bat, this episode was kinda There were some good things about it, but kinda overall it was meh. And also this is episode 19 out of 24. You would think they wouldn't have a filler episode this late, but I don't know. Hopefully we do get another season, and yeah, that will kinda make up for this, but that has not been confirmed or denied as of yet. But yeah, let us go over what happens in this episode, shall we? So, this princess, named Aiya, who is the daughter of the feudal lord from the very first episode of Yashahime, you know, when Towa was captured and all that, and we heard the story of since then? Yeah, that guy. This is his daughter. She's a very spoiled brat, you can tell, but she has summoned Hisui and the other demon slayers to her castle in order to make them an offer. And she wanted to initially talk to Kohaku because he's the chief of the demon slayers, but he is not there. He's kind of busy doing something else. But yeah. So, Hisui agrees to hear out her offer in his place, and basically she says, I want you to have a little competition with the bounty hunters, and if you win, then I will make you a part of my father's forces. So, that offer obviously appeals to them because feudal lord, he's obviously very wealthy, and for Hisui, he's like, if we do win this and we get this job, then we can really pay back my uncle for all of his kindness and his training. And yeah, Hisui wants to do something nice for Kohaku. So, he ends up agreeing to the terms. And we learn that Princess Aiya, has heard about a strange girl among the demon slayers, Setsuna. So she knows about her and does request that she's in the competition. And she's also heard about Moroha and wants her in the competition. So, yeah. But Hisui and the others agree to the terms. They go back and they tell Setsuna. And yeah, basically the only way they can really win is if they can beat Moroha, because she's the strongest one, obviously. So yeah. Or she's going to be the strongest one. And they know, yeah, if we can stop her, we win. And Setsuna agrees to do it. But she doesn't want Towa to be told. So, yes. And of course, Moroha kind of doesn't want to do it, but because Jubei and Takechiyo guilt her into it, she ends up agreeing as well. So, competition's on, everything is set, and the next morning, while Moroha is getting ready, Towa is also waking up and notices Setsuna's gone, so she goes to Moroha to see what's up, sees her preparing to leave, and is like, where's Setsuna? What's going on? And Moroha almost lets it slip. She technically does. She's like, oh, don't worry, I'm sure she's fine, just another amazing battle, you know, don't worry about it. And she takes off on Takechiyo. So yeah, and Towa thinks about it for a second and is like, wait a minute, a battle? I gotta help. So she rushes to get Kirara and takes off on her to try and follow Moroha. Then Moroha and Setsuna and the teams all arrive at the castle, and we meet the other bounty hunters, which they're hilarious. Their names escape me, but they are hilarious. And yeah, they're just something else. But then the fight begins, and the demon slayers obviously go all out. They have these clay pots which they use as bombs, and they very easily knock out all of the bounty hunters except for Moroha, which, yeah, because Moroha is the strongest. So yeah, she's the only one left standing, and she kind of gets caught in the middle of a fire, but thankfully she does have the robe of the fire rat. But yeah, she kind of gets surrounded by some of the clay pot bombs, and fire kind of surrounds her. But that is when we see Towa arrive on Kirara and grab Moroha and try to take her to safety. So yeah, and the demon slayers are like, Towa's not supposed to be here. Why is she here? So yeah. And when Towa lands with Moroha on Kirara, she's like, what is going on? Why are you fighting? Why are you fighting Setsuna over there? And she's like, I kind of have to, you know? And Towa knows it's probably because of Jubei and the debt that she owes, all that stuff. So, yeah. Then Setsuna approaches them, because she said to the Demon Slayers, leave Towa to me. So Setsuna approaches Towa and is like, stay out of this. As part of the Demon Slayers, it's our duty to do this. I have to fight. We have to beat Moroha. So yeah. And Towa, because she's soft, is like, I can't let you fight. Don't do this. If you're gonna insist on trying to beat Moroha, I'm going to protect her. And that's when Setsuna remarks again that she is too soft and she doesn't understand, which, surprisingly, Moroha nods her head in agreement with. But yes. Yeah, Towa's determined to protect Moroha. She doesn't like seeing her cousins fighting. But, yeah. She tries to help Moroha. But, when another one of the clay pots almost gets Towa, Moroha shields her from it and is knocked into the grass. But, remember, Takachiyo's there. And yeah. But when Towa gets back up and rushes over to Moroha, she sees her injured and it's like, what have you done? How could you? And all that. But then we see Moroha is just fine. Why? Because Takachiyo and her switch places via shapeshifting. So yeah. Clever, right? Very smart. So yeah. That kinda ruins the competition a little bit. So yeah, that was their plan all along. They were never actually going to hurt Moroha. The Demon Slayers had planned that they were just gonna make it look like they had beat her. So yeah. And of course, Towa's relieved. And yeah. The princess is obviously kind of annoyed. And we also learned that she never actually had the authority to hire the Demon Slayers as part of her father's troops. So yeah, this whole thing was just a lie by her. And then we see Kohaku also finally arrive. And he calls her out on this. So yeah. Nobody wins anything. The competition was just all a ruse. Yeah. But Kohaku is also able to teach Hisui a little valuable lesson, because he's like, man, I can't believe we fell for that. I really thought that I could do something great for you, uncle, to repay you for all you've done. And Kohaku's like, Hisui, we don't have to be rich. It's fine. What we are as Demon Slayers, we are here to help people. That is our duty. And that's all we need. And Hisui understands, and so does the rest of the group. So yeah. And then on the way back to the village, Moroha and Setsuna kind of feel bad that Towa was so worried about them. And yeah. In the end, Towa turns around and just gives her cousins a hug, relieved that no one was actually severely hurt. Because that was her main concern. So yeah, it ends on a really sweet note. That was probably the best moment of the episode. Towa just hugging her cousins, relieved that they are alright. So yeah. Cute episode, at least at the end. But for the most part, it was very meh. Princess Aiya was so annoying, especially her laugh. But it is what it is. It wasn't anything too offensive, but it wasn't anything super great either. So, yeah. Now, as for episode 20, the preview is quite interesting. So if you haven't seen it, I'll give you a second to go look. Okay, so this upcoming episode is going to apparently be a Setsuna episode. So that's going to be very good. We're going to see exactly what happened with her and Moroku when she very first got her demon form. You know, that we saw before? So, yeah. It's going to be good. And we see Shiori's coming back. That's going to be interesting. I'm very much looking forward to it. Very much. So that'll be a good episode. We'll get more Setsuna backstory. Maybe we'll see how the Dream Butterfly got her. Who knows? But yeah. I really hope there is no more filler. But I think that will do it for my thoughts. This episode was meh. Next episode looks pretty good. So let's look forward to that. We have like 4 episodes left after this coming episode. So let's enjoy it while it lasts. Hope it gets extended for another season. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, share it around if you want. If you want to follow me on Twitter, where I sometimes talk about Inuyasha and Yashahime, feel free to do that. The link will be in the description below, as will the link to my Patreon if you want to support the channel that way. But yeah, until episode 20, I will see you guys later.